Testing, 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 testing. Are you also tired of manually testing your native apps and you still manage to ship a buggy feature in production? Okay. Are you tired of hearing bad feedbacks from your users? Okay, then you are at the right place, my friend. Welcome to CreativeJE. Today we will learn how we can test our native apps for iOS and Android using Detox. This is a very powerful tool which you can use with JavaScript to test React Native or your pure native apps, whether it's Android or iOS, and it works so great. And what can I say? Shivam is here, so you don't need to go anywhere. Let's get started. Alright guys, so here we are at Detox GitHub repo, and as you can see there they have this logo. I am not sure if that's the official logo, and they don't have any website, so everything which you need is here only. Okay, so first we will see how we can set up the Android part, right? Because that's the hardest thing. But I'll make sure that it becomes very easy. So all you need to do is just go in this docs, and here you have getting started, setting up iOS environment, setting up Android environment. So I'll walk you through each steps, and if you want to test this in iOS, you will have to get Mac OS, and yeah. So I'll just go on getting started. So you must have Node.js, which is already. If you don't, you can just install it with Brew. And then we need this Detox CLI. It is optional. I have not installed this Detox. Like as you can see, I am using npx with the Detox because that's how it should be. Alright, so now we have here is install platform specific dependency tools and dev kits. Okay, don't worry, we will go through everything. Okay, so now we will just click on the Android. So setting up Android development and testing environment, it's not so easy. So Java setup. So here you need to be very careful about this. The bottom line is Android needs Java 1.8. Okay, so the Java version should be like this. Let me just copy and paste it here. So as you can see, the Java version is 1.8. Okay, and if it is not the same, then you are going in lot of trouble. So how you can install and set up that, they have given this Stack Overflow post. I had bit of trouble installing this Java SDK, so you can just do this brew cask install, and yeah, it should work. If I'll just do the default Java which comes, you need to unlink that. Alright, so I have it already installed, so I am canceling this, but you can install it by just running this command. Okay, let's go back, and there are other guides as well. So now we need to set up the Android SDK. So if you don't want to install the whole Android Studio, there are ways. You can just get the SDK, but I'm not going through that path, but let's just say command line tools. Alright, and then you need path of SDK in your environment variables. Android SDK root and Android home environment variable. So if I will do echo and I do dollar, it means it's a variable, and I paste this Android home. See, I get the path of my Android SDK, which is very much important. So if you are Windows, just go ahead and do that. A hell lot of work is there, but if you are in Linux or Unix, you can just simply go to your profile, which will be bash rc or zsh rc, and you will see this in the bottom. So here I have openjdk in path, and Android Studio should be somewhere. Yeah, see, Android Home is here, Android SDK, and all that stuff. So make sure you have all these in your paths, right? Okay, now let's move on. So now the second step is we need to create an emulator, Android AOSP emulators. So it is not very much mandatory, but it is recommended that you install this. Okay, so you should set up an emulator, and they are saying don't go and install a default one, which I already had that. So they need something called Android open source project and the open source emulator without the Google services. And the reason for that is the flakiness. It won't be that much stable if you are testing on a Google services enabled device in the CI. I have looked into the issues and all that. And yeah, it takes a lot of effort to get everything done. So that's it. So as you saw, we already had this. So we can just go and run this command. I'll just copy this. So Android Home I already have set up. So if I run this, it will install an emulator. Okay, so you can see it's done here, and yeah, so warning, file could not be loaded, but that is fine. So now we can install Google APIs less emulator image by just going and running these commands. And you can change this. I changed it to 29, so let's go ahead and do it. And I'll just go, and I already have it installed, but I'll just make it 29. Okay, and hit enter. So it's already there, so you can install any version, but for 30 I guess it's not available. Android 13, yeah, so there is not Android 30 API. And then we will have to accept the licenses. So just run this command, and you will be prompted, like I have already done it, so you just need to click on Y, and that's all. Okay, and this is how we create an Android virtual device. You can go to Android emulator and just launch it from there, but this is the better way. So let's just copy it. I already have an emulator, but let's just go and rename it. I'll just make it again 29, and the name will be like just Pixel API 29, and AOSP or whatever you want. Like I'll just remove, oh no, I'll get rid of this AOSP, or you can name whatever you want, and I'll hit enter. So this is the system image which we downloaded here, as you can see, and I'll just enter now. So it created the emulator, and if I will just type emulator dash list avd emulator, you can just type dash help, and you will see bunch of commands. And where is the list? Yeah, list avds, sorry, I missed s. Alright, so now you can see we created this Pixel API 29. This was the name which we gave here, Pixel API 29. Okay, cool. And if you go and open Android Studio, and I will go in the tools, AVD manager, and as you can see here we have this device, and you can just rename it if you want, and that's it. And to launch that, we can just do that from the command line itself. You can just see their docs. You can also create this with Android Studio, which I am not going to show you. This is bit of trouble, but yeah, make sure you can just try this if the command line is failing. And they are telling you how to emulator quick boot, but by default this goes in quick boot and a snapshot gets enabled. And now one thing which we need to do is launching the emulator. Okay, there are few ways through which you can launch. We already have that device, and if you will go in the, I guess we can just type emulator and paste the device name maybe. Alright, so we need to, as you can see, we need to pass this dash avd. Okay, so let's just do that and type dash avd. Okay, and here we go, we are getting this emulator. So your emulator is out of date. Okay, alright, so we can just update this by going in start Android Studio SDK manager. Okay, let's go in the SDK manager, and what do we need to do here? SDK tools and Android emulator. SDK tools, and here we have Android emulator. It is already checked, but why is it saying? I am not sure. Alright, so that's not an issue. And you can see we have this, the old Google search bar and stuff for like the classical Android. This is Android 9 guys, so if I will, the web view is there, and there are not Play Store, there is not, and there can't be. This looks really old fashioned. And if I'll just go in settings, and I'll show you in the system, not in system, in about, and click on device name, not device name, Android version. Yeah, it's 10, and if I tap it, yeah, this is Android P. Cool. Okay, and you can draw here. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's just go back, and the app will work fine on the normal emulators with Google API support as well guys. So this was all for the Android environment setup. So now we are cool. So now if we exit, it should not be booting. You can follow these steps if you are interested in that as well, but if I run this command again, it should not be booting from scratch, and it just loaded instantly. So that's it. This is the part for setting up your Android environment. Okay, cool. Alright guys, so welcome to the part where we create an Android app. So let's just create another app. So React Native .dev, that's the website which we are looking for, and get started, their own section. And here we are targeting Android, macOS, React Native, CLI quick start. Okay, and I already have this setup because I am not going to show you, because you definitely need this and all the stuff. It can be your native app as well, so I will just copy this command and run it here, and I'll call it what should we call this? Let's call it Detox. Awesome. So we'll ask why, and it will just create a React Native project. Okay, it is telling us that's not a valid name. Like, let's keep it testing Detox. Okay, and hit Y, and yeah, we have got this, and it will take a moment to just get everything installed and set up, because this is I am creating this from scratch.
A few moments later.
So as you can see, our project has been created, but Before opening it in Android, let's go ahead and set up the iOS environment. What do you say, guys? Yeah, so just click on iOS. It's pretty simple, and you just need to do this Xcode install, which you might have already done. As you can see, I have already installed, and you need to tab this brew and install Apple sim utils, and by just running these commands, and you are done. That's it for the iOS part. Yeah, so cool, right? And we had so much trouble doing this in Android, right? Alright, so we are done here, and you can see, yeah, it's cool. I'll just go to testing detox. Okay, so now I can see all the stuff here, and I can just start the iOS or Android. So for then we need to do the config for mocha or just. So let's just go on setting up our guide for mocha. Okay, and till then I'll just yarn iOS. I'll just run it. Okay, so we first need to install mocha, no package lock, and then also we need to add detox as a dev dependency. Okay, I'll just open a new tab and do bit of zooming, and then I'll install yarn add dash d. Oh no, yarn add dash d detox. Okay, so it will be added as a dev dependency, and then what do we need? We need mocha. Okay, so our guide for mocha was to install with the no lock file. I am guessing, yeah, so no package lock. Okay, so yarn add mocha. Let's open another tab, yarn add mocha. So it is adding to the, so it is in building detox, and I guess it's done. Yeah, we are good here, and now it is getting the mocha, and now we just need to run this our mocha. Okay, cool. So once it's done, just give it a minute or few seconds, and here is my iOS emulator launching, and it's done. Let's just close this tab, and here we can just do this npx detox init r mocha. Cool, cool. My iOS has been launched here. It is compiling stuff, so taking bit load, and yeah, again it is asking install. Now you can see, guys, we have got this. So if I will just do tree E2E, and you can see I have got this two files, and we have, let me just open it in Env, and here you will see E2E folder, and there is another file called .detoxrc.json, and here we get this file, and here is the stuff which you need to mention. Okay, so what you, I'll show you how to do this, how to configure this. Okay, so let's see what's the status. It is building, and I'll just wait for it to be built. Okay,
One eternity later.
okay, guys, so I ran yarn add detox dash d again because I was getting this invalid configuration. I don't know why, but let's continue, and we need the nvm.detoxrc.json. Okay, so here we need to specify the binary path, and here we need to specify the device, and on the right I have got my emulator working, and if I press R it should reload. Okay, and here is everything which is here. Okay, So what I want you to do is just go and look at their example. Okay, so click on examples, and the Detox works again, I'm telling, with the native apps as well. You don't need React Native at all. So you can see demo pure native Android, demo pure demo native iOS. Okay, cool. So now just go to demo React Native. Yes, the last one. And if you will go into the detox config, here is this detox config, you will see some stuff here, the binary path and the build command. So there are two things, it's debug and it's build. Debug and one is release. So we have two stages, right? So but as of now, let's just go with iOS, or like just stick with the default. And where do we find this binary app binary? So they are telling you to go iOS build product release iPhone simulator. Okay, but it is not here. So let me show you. If I try to cd into this, so if I go here and cd iOS, and we have /build, there is no build folder. So you can see there is no build folder. Okay, so what we can do is, there is another location, but let's just open Xcode or just open our project there. So open iOS, and here we have Xcode workspace file, XE workspace, and Xcode project. So we will open this, open with Xcode, the workspace file. Don't get confused. So it is telling you testing detox ready. Okay, so now you need to go in Xcode and preferences, or where it was. So in workspace settings, so here you have this advanced build location, and you can just click on custom relative, like build products, or wherever you want that to be. Okay, relative to derived data, relative to workspace. So this is cool, I guess, shared folder or wherever you want to do that. So I'll just hit this is the setting, you can see, and I'll just hit done. Done again. And if I build this again by running yarn iOS, let's see what happens.
One eternity later.
So guys, our build is now finished, and if I just do cd iOS and I hit tab, I get this build. Okay, so if I go inside this and I type ls, and there is this products folder, I go to this products, and this is debug iPhone simulator, and here I have lots of stuff. So our app name was testing detox, and if we go to the repo, and they have this dot app. Okay, we already have this dot app. Where it is, why I can't see? Yeah, here we go. So this is the location. All right, and then we can just do go ahead and edit our file by just going in this copy. I'll just copy this and add the binary path here. So and a slash, and as you can see, I'm getting this completion, and this will be testing detox/app, not slash. This is the location. Alright, this is cool. This is, we are done for iOS. I hit Control W and colon W, not Control W. Okay, so this is cool, and here we can define the name of the simulator. So here we are running iPhone 12, so I'll just make sure I make it 12. Alright, this is all for iOS, right? And I'll just save this, and let's now edit this file so that it's just a simple hello world project rather than so many things. So I'll open the app.js file, and alright guys, so now what I'll do is I'll just erase everything literally. Yeah, so everything is gone. So let's just import React Native import. If I type hello and click me, I get hello. Okay, so let's just click make it submit. And if we give some IDs to, let's give this text an ID. Test ID is, this is available in all the native components, so I'll just name is title, and the text input I'll just give it test ID. Make sure it's unique, otherwise you will get error. So I'll make it input, and we also need to click on this button, right? So we will give test ID of button. Okay, and this is it. So now we will go in the E2E directory and go in the first test spec. Okay, so we have here like the tab to be visible. Okay, so before H we don't want to reload, so I'll just comment this out. Okay, and then what we will do is it should have a welcome screen and blah blah blah. So I am just getting rid of all this, and I'll start writing from scratch. Okay, it should hello text. Okay, not text, it's text. Okay, and then it will take a callback with async. And what we will do is, was it like this, right? And we will await. I really forgot. Let's go in the docs. Okay, element by ID. Okay, so await element, and here we do by ID. So by dot ID. You can also use text, which we will see later. And in the ID we will pass, what was our ID? So heading, was it okay, it was title. Okay, so title, and here dot to be to visible. What's in the docs? To be visible. Okay, we need to wrap this in expect. So await, we will do expect, and yeah, this should be fine. To be visible. Okay, so it should pass, it should. And how do we run this test? Pretty simple. Let's go to our, okay, here we go, and we will do npx detox. We already have built it, and in iOS it is same, but in Android it's different. So we will just run -c is the current device. It should be iOS. Okay, we got an error. Before all is not defined because we are using mocha. So here we have to define, and why they are typing this. So in mocha we just have before. Okay, I'll just run it again. See, it installed the app again and it launched it, and yeah, text element is there, so hello there. So it passed. Alright, now let's come on and let's create another stuff, and it should and first we will select this element. So what we will do is const input again element, and this takes by dot id. These things are available globally, that's how we are getting it, and I'll just say input. Okay, cool. And what we will do is we will await input dot type text. Okay, so we will type let's create a string here like const type text equals to hello bitch. Okay, and see, we will just do type text. That's it. Let's run the test again. It will reinstall, it will launch again. So you can see it typed perfect, and you can see this thing if it is in this mode. I can edit this, see, I can interact, and if I click on submit, it says hello bitch. Cool. And what we want this button to be pressed and said hello bitch, and the button name was just button. Okay, we will do same, and I'll just paste that, and it should press on the submit button. Okay, so we don't want expect, we just want it to press. Okay, and I'll just get rid of this, and I'll just do dot press or tap. Yes, tap. Okay, and then what we want there should be a alert box. So instead of doing that, we can just do with type text. Cool. And to be visible, yes we want, and by instead of by id, what we will do is we will by text. Okay, so it will look up for that text, and we will pass the type text. So it's called button, so we will just call it button. Okay, and let's run the test again. It should pass, I'm guessing. Match our text. Okay, so as I said, it found multiple elements with hello bitch. Okay, so to print view hierarchy on failed action, use log level verbose. You can that's the way you can log stuff. Okay, dokie guys, so I found out what you can do if you have multiple elements. You can just use this at index, and you can just pass the index number. Okay, so note due to different underlying as well as okay, let's just run it. I just added at index 1 here to be visible. Okay, let's just run this. Okay guys, so the test has been passed, as you can see. So this is the OK button, and yeah, so I just had to change it to 0. I guess it differs from the view which element is first, or maybe, and then we can just click on await element and by dot text, and it should be okay, and we will just tap. Let's see if this works or not. Oh, match our text. Okay is in capital, too bad. So there is also another way which you can test these stuff. You can inspect and get the real names, which I'll go sometimes later or in some another videos, because that is way too much. So I'll just run this. Okay, perfect. So all the tests are passing. So guys, we are done with the iOS part. You know that, yeah, definitely. So now we are going to move for the Android part. Yes, Android is not that easy, as I said in the beginning, but our iOS part is pretty much complete, and now we need what? Here you go in the docs again, and you will get to have this guide, introduction Android, and here you see a long list, right, but please don't get afraid. I'm with you. It's been easy till now because I'm with you. Okay, so let's continue, and there are a few migration guide, but we do not need that. Alright, so we are already done with the getting started guide, and to get this binary path in Android, so we need to do some stuff. So here we did some stuff in the iOS, so let me just open that. So here we go, we have the iOS binary path, but in Android we need two things. So we will have this release and debug, but we are just going to do this. Just copy it from this and paste it here. Okay. Okay, there is some spacing issue, I guess. Okay, this is cool. And is this extra? Yeah. Okay, so what this build command will do, it will go inside the Android directory and it will run the Gradle assemble, and it will compile it as a testing, right? And this is the location. Now we need to start going and digging into the Android directory. Okay, so first we need to enable Kotlin. Right, there are a lot of things which we will be doing, and here we need to define the device name. Okay, in the devices, here we have AVD name, which was I guess Pixel 3a API 30. Yeah, right. Okay, so I save this again, and this is fine, this is all, and add the native detox dependency. We will have to go to this Android build grader and put this. Okay, so here we will go in Gradle, app, not app, Android build.gradle. So you can see Google Maven and repository. Okay, so I guess we need to add this whole. Okay, and we are good. Cool. Let's save this up, and then in your app build.gradle we need to add this as a dependency. App, here is this app, and here we will go again in build.gradle and we will add it as a dependency. Where is it? Yeah, here in this dependency there are a lot of things. Let's add it, add here. Detox, I'm just commenting this, detox dependencies, and in the default config section we need to add this line. Okay, default config would be above default config. Yeah, we also need the test instrument, so let's add it at the top, and I guess we are good. So let's delete this comment. Okay, we are cool now, and this is cool. Okay, and minimum SDK version should be 18, what they are saying. We have that, and here we need to add the Kotlin, which I told you earlier. Okay, so in build.gradle again, this build.gradle where we added this maven, we need to define the in build script. Let's see how we can find out Kotlin version. We can just define it here. So if I just okay, so let's Google how to find the, see what they are telling is to I need to open Android Studio again. That is really sad. To just check what's the Kotlin version, latest Kotlin version. Okay, so Android preferences, and here where do they say it is inside language and framework. So if I'll go in language and frameworks, you can see right. So here I have this Kotlin, and if I click on it, it gives me the stable and the new version is here. So let's install it, and current version is 1.5.20. okay, so this 202 is useless. I don't know what does that mean. So it is like early access 1.4, 1.5. so we will enter this 1.5.20. plugin will reactivate after restart. Oh no. Okay, so let's quit it and open Android Studio again. Android Studio preference, it is here, and the Kotlin is 1.5.21. I'll just copy this and paste it here. Okay, and in the dependency it will take that from the variable. Okay, so let's upvote this answer, and this is all we need. Class org path, and okay, we have again extra space here. Alright, I'll get rid of it and create Detox class. See your package, and we need to create this file detoxtest.java. okay, and in the Java com, here we have source in the main, and here is this Java, and I am directly in this folder Java com and testing. Yeah, and I just need to add a class with the name detoxtest.java. okay, and I need to open it obviously, and I need to fill from this example. okay, so I'll just copy this and paste it, and I need to rename this com.example. so com.example, so wherever it is I need to rename it. okay, so here 1 and here 3. okay, I'll just name it to com. Our name was testing detox, whatever your package name is, right? And here also I'll just press dot, and boom, that's the power of Vim, right? okay, and we are done here. And then what we need is enable clear text. If you want to monitor the HTTP requests and take control of that, let's do that as well. We need to create a network security config.xml file. In this res, I am guessing main res, where is XML? No, there is not. So let's add a folder XML, and in this XML we need to add a file name called network security config.xml. okay, let's open this and paste the stuff. So it is allowing us to like have control with the network, because by default Android will block the HTTP traffic. okay, I'll just reopen it. okay, so we have this here, right? Network security config XML, and we need to In the manifest XML, we need to add network security config permission in this file, right? And in the application, I am guessing, yeah. So I'll just add it here. Okay, cool. I'll save it. And then if properly configured, there is no way compromise in security. Okay. And if you are using ProGuard, you will have to do this. And if you are not, then just escape this. But let's add this in the build.gradle in release build types, where we have build.gradle. So this is build.gradle, this is build.gradle, it's in the app, so this means this Gradle. Okay. And in the release version, where is release? Yeah, here we have release. Okay. And in release, they want these two files to be here. We need this detox specific. Okay, cool. Save it. You can also add this release E2E if you are interested, but as of now, let's skip through it. We are a long way. And we have this test butler support. I am skipping this because I did not look into it. It just makes things more stable, and I am not sure. Okay, do nothing. Okay, cool. We are done. Okay, so if everything is fine, we should be able to compile this. First, let's just run yarn android. Okay, so it's rebooting, so I'll just close this up, and I'll just launch the emulator from like new tab, emulator, like what was the name? Let's just list again, pixel API 29. Okay, so emulator dash avd. Okay, and here we go. We got the good old classical emulator here. Also, we need to do this in the last step we missed maybe. So setting detox up as a compiling dependency in settings.gradle. Okay, we did not do this, so let's do this. And in the android build gradle, so this the module thing, what they're telling us to do, add all projects section if it does not exist, but I guess we already have that. Maybe is let's just run yarn android once again, see if we get the same error. Okay guys, so the issue was that like I had to create this in another folder rather than going in main. So this will be same android test java com and the name of the package, and then the detox test.java, and make sure you change the com.example to your package name. And then if you will run and make sure you have no duplicates, you can just go and make sure you have in the build gradle, in build.gradle you have this. So this is the basic, and this is what we need, this maven. Okay, this is cool, and that's all. We are already done. And if I'll run this, I'll get this error. Okay, so app compiled like test butler, because we got this because we did not add the test butler. We did not bother. So to get the test butler, you will go here in java com testing, here in detox test, and you can just comment this line out. Okay, that's it. and let's run this command again, detox build or compile whatever you have here in the file in the detoxrc JSON. It will take from here. If you put compile, if you put build, it will just take from here. So I'll do compile. Okay, why it did not work? So let's make it build only. I'm not sure what's going on here. So if we run the build command, it just executes it, and you can just do this manually. There is no issue with that. And let's launch the emulator in meantime. So avd, the previous command, I keep closing the emulator. So it starts up pretty quickly. So after building this, you want get your app installed or something like that. What will happen is it will go to this directory, here the binary path in the build output app debug apk. Okay, and from there it will take your apk and install it. So you can see the build has been successful. A lot of congratulations. And now we can just do npx detox test -c android, and let's see what happens.
Oh no!
Cannot find emulator name with pixel 3a API 30. Okay, we don't have API 30, we have API 29. Okay, so we will just rename the emulator here to 29. I'll save it, I'll run the command again and see what happens. Oh no, it opened this phone. Really sorry. So the API underscore pixel API 29. That's it. Pixel API 29. It's not 3a, it's just API 29. So it should be fine, but if you are running in another emulator, it should be fine as well, in your local environment at least. So let's wait for app to be installed, and boom, it's compiling. Here we go. It is typing. Oh no, perfect. We have passing tests on Android, and let's run this. Here we have the iOS emulator. Let's run for iOS. Let's see if both the tests are getting passed. We already wrote the test earlier, so if you remember, here we have this first test spec. And let's just type. Okay, wow, perfect. Okay, that's awesome, right? So this is great. So I guess that's it, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comments. If I know, I'll try to help you out. And if you have any doubts regarding this, just follow the docs, and in the they have given I'll just get rid of these emulators. I don't need it anymore because we have passing test. And in the example, you can just demo React Native, and you can see how they have configured, how they are doing stuffs in this package JSON. Where is the package JSON? Yeah. So here they have all the commands, like they are passing. There are different modes, headless. You can do a lot of stuffs. If you will go in the docs, you want to take a look at the device, maybe how you can press keyboard, turn on location, turn off location, give camera permission, and all that stuff is there. And also if you want to mock an URL or user activity, a notification, all the guides is there. So I'll try to make some more videos on this if you guys want. And yeah, this is cool, I guess. All the instruction, troubleshooting, running test, and you can also run this on CI/CD. I'll link the issue, the template, which can be run on GitHub itself, so that your app gets tested whenever you push new changes on the continuous integration. And what else we have is API ref matchers. This will be very much needed. As I explained, you can search by ID, by label, by text, by type, by traits, with ancestor, with dense ancestor, and you can also use combine multiples. Like here we had this in this pop-up, so you can say if there is this pop-up, whatever the native name it has and the text it is containing, then the test is passing, like that. Okay, so I guess you got the idea. And if I go back in the docs, we have launch arguments, and then we have device object API as well. So you can see reload, install app, uninstall app, open URL, and get platform, set URL blacklist, and press back. This will work on Android if you want to simulate it. And this is, and what else you have is you can also take a screenshot. That is cool. So taking a screenshot, it is pretty simple. You can just require this device level screenshot. All right, so you can just run this command and it will take the screenshot, and you can do all the cool stuffs with it. I'm not going way deep into this, but yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. You learned amazing things. You learned how to test your application, end-to-end testing, which is the very cool part of testing in itself. And if you did find this helpful, it really takes lot of effort to research and build these kind of videos which you won't be finding anywhere else. So if you can just subscribe and support me by donating something or anything, that will be a great help to me. Make sure you join my Patreon if you keep giving me the opportunity to build such tutorials. And anyways, thank you, have a great day, and make sure you share this so that other people can learn this. This is pretty much like a very rare tutorial, and it's very hard to do all these stuff. And thank you again. Bye. If you did not like, make sure the least you can do is like. And again, thank you for watching. Stay creative. Bye bye. Take care.